protocols, and then from there, if you're contaminated, they have protocols to how to deal with it. So this year, the scenario, if you look behind me, you have a vehicle that someone was transporting some dangerous goods. There was an accident, and then as part of the accident, there was a small explosion, and emergency services were called out. Police showed up, and then they found out that there was some chemical and some radiation exposure, so they had to call in E-Tech and radiation safety in, and then the practical nursing carried on with their tasks. And then we incorporated the SSW as well, so that they could help with death notification and helping with distressed people.
As much as they feel chaotic right now, at the end of the day, they all report back saying
it was
the
a positive
difference.
experience,
Yeah,
yeah,
very positive experience.
We always have a debrief as well, and there's a reflection journal that they have to do after this. So they do have that time to debrief and really think about themselves in terms of what their strengths and limitations were, but how it came together today.
I think from a teaching perspective too, we get to know our students in the classroom all the time, but when we talk about training people, these are people that we're going to be working side by side with, and seeing their nuances and helping them understand the support that they should have and should be when they're out on their own is an important part of what happens today too.
To tell you the truth, it's great, going in through the theory and then seeing them put it into application and seeing that, whoa, that was a problem, we figured it out together. So to me, seeing it go from a script and something they had to read and then act out in class and then put it in with everybody else in this complicated scenario, seeing them actually get the benefit out of the whole scenario is the biggest thing.
Definitely one of the biggest comments is it's one thing to learn things in a classroom environment and completely another to have them applied in an actual scenario where your feet are on the floor and you're having to deal with changing conditions in a realistic scenario. And certainly the students from this morning's exercise seem to enjoy themselves and learn quite a bit. And I look forward to hopefully the same experience with those this afternoon.
What I saw certainly was chaotic, and that is actually a real life experience, because this type of situation would be very chaotic. And so in regards to bringing kind of theory to practice, I think it's actually really important that students get to experience that you can't always have a really good plan and it's always going to work out the same way that you want it to. And so being able to negotiate that, I think, is a really important skill, but definitely a challenge.
I enjoy seeing the light bulbs going off. I see the camaraderie between themselves as a PN team or a PSW team, but also together. I think it's so beneficial.
I think we have a lot of fun as faculty. It gets us out of the classroom.
Yeah.
And to put something into, we put stuff into action all the time in the lab, but to get out and get dirty is a nice way for us to.
This is learning. This is learning.
But I would have to say my favorite part of it is seeing the anxiety in the morning. Not that we want our students to suffer like that, but seeing how good they feel at the end of the day is by far the best.
And the thank yous and the hugs afterwards, and having them come and say, okay, I get it. I know why you pushed us. I know why we did an activity like this, and they're going out and they're that much stronger. They're that much more prepared, and it's awesome.